Good evening, dear students. This is Mr. Abdurrahman Dawi with another question with the Edexcel IGCSE exam preparation for yours. This is a problem was sent by Mahdi. It's a good one. Okay, so you see in front of you, it's a diagram that is representing a container used for storing the water in the shape of a prism. The rectangular base of this prism, the one that is shaded here, is saying that it's horizontal. He wants you to know that it's purely has a zero angle with the ground, okay? Because it's important because it makes a total difference. And it said that this container is totally full with water. So it's filled with water, the whole volume, okay? After a period of time, someone called to is going to start to pump the water out to empty the container. So it means that he is gonna pump out all the water, pump out all water, and this process was happening at a constant speed. What is the meaning constant speed? It means that if 1 second there was 1 liter out of the container, it's always the same. You got the idea. So it's a constant speed of decrease of water. And the volume, as I said, the container, the water is decreasing at a constant speed. Okay. The pump was operated. The pump was started from 10:30 at morning. He started to empty the water at 10:30, and at 12, at the noon time, the water level. Yeah. So it was the water level decreased by 20 centimeter. Okay. He wants you to know what is the required time in which all the water has been pumped out of the container. So right now, what do I need to analyze? I know that the period of time between this and this representing 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm going to use minutes. It means that's going to be equal to 90 minutes in total. And the height or the level of water was decreased by 20 centimeter. What does the meaning 20 centimeter? Look at the shape in front of you. If you notice that the height, or if there is a drop decreased by 20 centimeter, it means that the area, the water that is going to be leaving the prism, it does exist in this volume only. So from 10:30 to 12, this is the part that was empty of water, this volume. Okay, you got the idea. This is the trick here. So the drop by 20 centimeter, it means that this volume, this was the volume, was empty after 90 minutes. So I need to know what time it takes to empty the whole thing. So what you need to do is to first discover the volume of this part. We're going to say volume 1. Volume 1, the shape that you see in front of you, is representing a cuboid. And this cuboid has these dimensions. So we will say that it's going to be equal to 30 multiplied in 20 multiplied in 125. When you do the calculation, it's going to be equal to 75,000 centimeter cube. Okay, this is the first part of how you can solve it. Now what we need to do is to try to find out, we're going to compare. So we will say that volume 1, or 75,000, is going to be require 90 minutes to be defragged. So what I need to know right now is the rest of the information that helps me to do a cross multiplication. So I need to know how much time it takes to empty the rest of it, the rest of the volume. Okay, so the rest of the volume is, as you can see, it's this. This is the size. This is the volume that we are talking about. We need to know how much it takes to empty this. This is another cuboid. Okay, we need to know how much it takes to empty this one. That is below the first part or the upper part. So I need to know what is this volume. So V2 is going to be equal to what? Look at the dimensions. You have 85, you have 40 as a height, and you have again 125. So it's going to be equal to 40 multiplied in 85 multiplied in 125, which is going to be equal to 425,000 centimeter cube. Okay, now what you need to know, you need to do a cross multiplication between both of them. So you're going to take this information here, so I make it easy for you. We're going to take all of this that we sketched. So we'll say 75,000 was emptied after 90 minutes. It means that how much time I need to empty or defrag this amount. So X is going to be the time required to empty the rest of the container. So X is going to be equal to what? After you do cross multiplication, it's going to be equal to 425,000 multiplied by 90 over 75,000. And the result, after you do the cross multiplication, is going to be equal to, I'm going to do a quick calculation. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 9 by 5 is going to be equal to 44. And you have 4. And this is the result. It's going to be equal to 38,250,000. So I'm going to try to double check, but I think it's correct. Over 75,000. So now we do a quick calculation using the calculator with this big number. You may use the calculator. So this is going to be equal to divided by 75,000, which means that's going to be equal to 510. 510 what? Minutes. So the last step of this solution, volume 1 needed 90 minutes, volume 2 needed 510 minutes, so total time required to empty the whole container equal to 90 plus 510, which means that's going to be equal to 600 minutes. And when you try to convert 600 minutes, which is the hours into, minutes into hours, you just divide by 60. So it's going to be equal to 10 hours. This is the answer. To require 10 hours to empty the whole container. That's it for this question. It's solved. See you in other questions, inshallah.